How much money have we made today? That's it? Don't scream. I've gathered you all here for a reason. I have this company called BrightPath, and we specialize in tutoring young minds such as yourself. And our problem is that our staff don't have any equipment to use. And your role here is to tell us what and what not to use, and whoever gives me better advice will get to leave here alive.
No, just tell us what you want.
Yes, we will help you with that. I am storage and OS specialist.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm also a hardware and software specialist.
And I think you can help me with my first question.
Yes, I can explain. Every company needs right input and output devices, depending on the type of work they do. For input devices, the most basic is the keyboard, which staff use for typing documents, sending emails, and data entry. Next, the mouse is important for navigation, especially in design work where precision is needed. The touchpad is useful for laptops because employees can work while traveling or during meetings without needing an external mouse. The scanner is also important for BrightPath because teachers and staff can convert physical worksheets or signed forms into digital format. And finally, biometric devices like fingerprint or scanners are very useful for security. They can control access so only authorized staff look into the systems. Now for output devices, the most common are monitors, but there are different types. LCD monitors are energy efficient and good for office tasks like Word and Excel. LED monitors give brighter colors and are better for presentations. OLED monitors have very sharp colors, which is great for design or media work. Some companies also use curved monitors to help with multitasking and touchscreen monitors to make collaboration more interactive. Also, there are different types of printers.
But what are the different types of printers and what are the differences between them?
Well, there are three types of different printers. An inkjet printer is the best when you need high quality prints like flyers or brochures. A laser printer is better when you need to print many pages quickly, for example reports. And a 3D printer can even help produce small prototypes, which can be useful in design training. Finally, for sound output, speakers are good for presentations and training sessions, while headphones allow staff to focus during online meetings or while editing videos.
Okay, well then, how about like system units, power supplies and processors and all that? What about them?
The system unit is the heart of the computer and its parts directly affect speed and performance. First is the CPU or processor. Think of it as a brain. If you use a processor like Intel Core i7 or AMD Ryzen with multiple cores, the computer can handle more tasks at the same time. This is very important when running heavy programs. Next is RAM. For a normal office computer, 8 GB or RAM is enough, but for BrightPath, since we may use multimedia tools, I recommend at least 16 GB. More RAM allows the computer to open many programs at once without slowing down. Then we have expansion cards. For example, a graphics card is important for design and video editing. A sound card improves audio quality if you work with multimedia. And a network card helps ensure stable internet connection. There are also SSD and HDD.
Well, what are the differences between SSD and an HDD?
Well, an SSD makes the computer very fast, starting up in seconds and opening programs smoothly. An HDD is cheaper and better for storing large amounts of data like archives. The best option is to use SSD for speed and HDD for backup. Finally, the power supply. A weak power supply can cause crashes. So for a professional company, we must use a reliable one that supports all components.
I think I've heard enough from you. How about you? Why don't you tell me about the storage options?
Alright. For startup company, we have HDD, SSD, and cloud storage. For the HDD, which hard disk drive, is the cheapest option in terms of cost per gigabyte. So you can store large amount of data at a low price. However, it is also the slowest because it uses spinning disk, and it is more likely to fail if dropped or overused. HDDs are fine for achieving large file, but not ideal for day-to-day operation where speed matters. For the SSD with its solid-state drive is much faster, giving us quick boot time and smooth application performance. SSD are also more durable since they have no moving parts. The trade-off is cost. They are more expensive than HDD per gigabyte. But for systems where speed matters, like server and employee laptop, SSD are the way to go. For the cloud storage, which allow us to store data online, making it accessible from anywhere. It's a secure provider, usually back up data across multiple servers, and it is great for collaboration, but it depends heavily on internet speed. The cost grows with the amount of data we store and the length of time we can keep it.
Well, can you just like make it short?
Oh, it's alright, please don't hurt me. For HDDs, it's a long-term storage and it's cheap. For the SSD, it's suitable for working system, and for the cloud storage, it's suitable for backups and team collaboration.
Okay, well, can you tell me about the operating systems?
Sure, there are three types of operating system, which is Surf OS, Standalone OS, and a combination of both.
Well, can you tell me what are the differences between them?
Sure. A standalone OS is what you find on individual devices like laptop and desktop. It's user-friendly, support application employees need, and works well for day-to-day tasks like documents, spreadsheet, and communication tools. A server OS is designed to manage network databases, user accounts, and shares resources. It is not for individual productivity, but for running business-critical service like file servers, email servers, and company-wide application. For a startup like you, I recommend using both, as employees will use standalone OS like Windows or Mac OS on their laptops for productivity. Meanwhile, a server OS like Windows Server or Linux servers will handle central storage backups and user management. This gives us the right balance of flexibility for individual and centralized control for the company.
So you mean to tell me that I can run the whole company using just OS?
No, OS is not enough. We need essential alternatives for your system moving efficiently. Do you need recommendation?
Of course, why else would I ask you to be here?
Okay, firstly, antivirus software can protect against malware, ransomware, and other threats. This is crucial because one infects the laptop could compromise the entire company data. Firewall act as a security barrier, monitoring traffic in and out of network, blocking unauthorized access. It is like your digital security guard. Backup to automatically save copy of important files. This ensures business continuity if you're facing accidental deletion, corruption, or hardware failure. Lastly, these cleanup and optimization tools can remove temporary files and optimize storage space, which helping system run faster and extending the life of our hardware.
Okay then, well finally I want to ask, what applications can BrightPath use?
Software is as important as hardware. For business tasks, Microsoft Office is still the standard with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, but Google Workspace is also important because it allows collaboration online. Staff can edit the same document together in real time. For creative work, we should use Adobe Creative Cloud, Photoshop for images, Illustrator for design, and Premiere Pro for video editing. If you need a simpler tool, Core IT is also an option. For personal use, apps like Microsoft To Do or Google Calendar help staff organize their schedules, plan lessons, or track deadlines. Budgeting apps also help teachers and managers control finance.
Okay, well what about like teamwork apps that we can use for BrightPath?
For teamwork, we can use web apps like Trello for project management, Slack for quick communication, and Google Meet or Zoom for online classes and meetings. This way, BrightPath will have the right tools for business, design, and collaboration. That's everything I know. Please, I have told you everything. Just let us go.
Alright, I have decided that I am going to see the both of you.